Right. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for joining me today. For those of you that are watching the replay here, Amanda is one of our clients, and she's recently graduated after doing some actually pretty incredible stuff. But thank you for making time to have a conversation today, Amanda.
Of course.
So diving in here, where would you say that you were at with your health and with your fitness prior to starting to work with us?
Prior to working with you, I was experiencing a lot of GI distress. I was extremely bloated. I was having issues with everything I was eating. It didn't matter what food. It was supposed to be a low GI experience. It was still a problem digesting my food, which led to feeling heavy and tired, lethargic, just not wanting to do much exercise or movement because I felt so uncomfortable. With my fitness, I was trying to train for a 100-kilometer trail race, and I found it very difficult to do that with not, I guess, absorbing the food and the nutrients and the energy that was required for that. So it made things very difficult to gain any speed and fitness and even muscle mass at that point, even though I was still trying to consume, the right amount of protein to build muscle.
Right. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, with all the things that were going on, digestive wise, it was hard for you to even eat enough to actually fuel all of the training that you were doing.
I was quite under eating, and I was afraid to eat at
Yeah, I don't blame you.
points because how it was going to make me feel. I had to be very mindful of what to eat even before I went up for social events. I wouldn't even eat at social events because of the way I felt after eating whatever I was able to eat there. So it made things very difficult.
Yes, that does. It sounds like a very not fun place to be at all. And I'm sorry that you were dealing with all of that. Why did you decide to start working with us?
I decided because I had seen some great work on your end with other clients, and you had so much free knowledge based information sessions, and you took the time to sit and go over details and how a plan could formulate and how we could fix my issues.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that the free content that we put out was helpful. That just makes me super happy. And it honestly makes me feel like, all of that effort that goes out is worth it. So I love that. What what would you say stood out to you the most about how we could potentially help you?
I think what stood out the most was the natural way of trying to fix my issues. And there wasn't one pill or one answer to fix it. It was, we were going to try a way to fix the problem, and then we will see how I would feel. And by doing that, it was going to take time. And that was explained to me that it wasn't going to happen overnight. Um, I mean, these issues had grown for the past year and a half, and it's still well, it's been just over a year, and I'm just the tail end of it now. So it has taken just about the same amount of time. It doesn't happen right away. So I did like that aspect, that it was, we're just don't go and get this magic pill. It was, we were going to do this plan, and this is what we're going to start with, and then we want feedback, and we'll work from there.
Yeah, the feedback's so important. And you were such a good communicator. I love that. It made helping you so much easier. Um, so when you signed up with us, why did you feel that was the right time to start addressing these issues? Because it was kind of like a big snowball of issues that you were dealing with.
Yeah, so I decided enough was enough. I was tired of trying whatever internet blitz there was out there somebody had claimed worked for them. I
Mhm.
was tired of spending all this money on just random things without actually seeing, what the problem was that I was having. I was just guessing, without actually getting some guidance and some real help from people like yourself that had knowledge on how to fix the issue.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. I think we all have to reach that place where enough is enough and we know we have to do something differently. I'm so thankful that you reached out. What would you say the biggest goal for you was working with us? Like what did you want resolved more than anything else? Because we accomplished several things, but what was the top thing for you?
The top thing for me was just being able to eat without being in distress, without having that uncomfortableness. That wasn't the biggest thing. I just wanted to feel normal. I was tired of feeling sick and uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I can, I that's one I can totally relate to. I think, having having been in a position where I felt like everything I was eating was just, my body hated it. It feels so good to be able to not be in that position. Um, so we worked together for, gosh, for quite a while, close to a year, I believe. And
Yeah.
during that time, what were like the key results? Like, what were the most important things that we were able to accomplish?
So we accomplished finding out what were my intolerances, what foods were the biggest offenders that was causing some of the issues, so that I was able to eliminate those until I had, um, I guess, gotten more of a healthy digestive system because I had some, you know, microbiome that was unbalanced. I had some inflammation in my gut, um, and just to eliminate um, the foods that were just causing me that distress altogether.
Yeah, no, that was a huge one for sure because as we were able to calm that inflammation, you started to be able to better utilize that food you were getting in. But then we also started building your calories up, which was so important for your hormones and for the training that we were doing.
Mhm.
And I think if we hadn't done, if you did so much testing for your gut and all of that was so helpful and really helped us to be able to really dial in on what it was specifically that was appropriate for you. Um, with all of the work that we did, what is the biggest win for you, Amanda?
The biggest win is, I would say, being able to eat a balanced meal again and not feel uncomfortable and 6 months pregnant. I
Oh yeah.
feel like I'm normal. I'm well. My digestion is back on track. Um, I'm not having to take, you know, a ton of supplements.
Yes, that's
I'm
huge.
still taking some digestive enzymes at this time, just to finish some things, but none of the other ones that I needed in the beginning of this a year ago.
Okay. That's so great because you were on quite a bit there in the beginning, and that's wonderful to hear that you're down to just some digestive enzymes. It's wonderful. Super excited, and I'm so happy you can go out and have some, like a normal meal, and be able to, feel like a normal person. That's huge. I love that.
Mhm.
Um, if someone that you knew that you cared about was considering working with us, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that don't hesitate. If they have any questions, then to reach out. Um, because I mean, I can give them, my experience. I can assist in whatever questions they have. Sorry about that. I have two dogs here.
They want to
And there's just so many resources that you offer. And if they're not comfortable, at the time to contact you, then at least there's some resources available they can start with.
Oh, that's true. You're referring back to the resources we have in the community, in the Facebook group. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's some really great advice because, a lot of people, they may not be ready. Like you were ready. You were tired of feeling sick and tired. That's exactly how I felt, when I started changing my health, as I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. But sometimes people aren't quite there yet. So yeah, absolutely use the resources in the Facebook group. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Amanda? Or anything else you'd like to tell?
Just that I'm very grateful to that I took the plunge and reached out because I'm normally one of those types of people that you know isn't very trusting of taking the plunge and spending money on something I'm unsure of. Um, but I'm just thankful that you guys were able to help me, and I'm very grateful that you guys took your time and spent your energy and your knowledge. Yeah, I couldn't be more appreciative of what you did for me.
You're so very welcome. Thank you so much for reaching out. It was certainly an honor and a privilege to be able to help you. And I'm just so incredibly thankful that you feel better and you feel like, your body is normal and you can have a normal life now. That makes me just incredibly happy. So thank you for trusting us. Um,